Yo, what is going on, my fellow weebs? Chrono here and welcome back to the channel. So another week has passed, meaning I have another update video for you guys today. But before we jump down, if you're new here, as always, I'm Chrono. I primarily cover PSO2. Would much appreciate a subscriber as we work towards our new goal of 15k subscribers. Again, huge shout out to everyone who jumped on board to hit that 10k, much appreciated. But we are still going to keep pushing forward. We're still pushing out content. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So if this is your first video of mine and not sure why you would sit here and listen to someone else read you information that you could of course read yourself, you're absolutely correct. If you scroll down to the video description, you will find links to everything we're going to cover there. Or in the future, if you don't want to wait for me to make one of these videos, you can always head over to ngs.ps2.com, scroll on down and everything important will be noted with a little red dot. So let's go ahead and get started going over everything in case you happen to be one of those people that just prefers to have me up in the background as you just do your own thing. To start things off, we have the big, the bad, the Vael has shown up. He's 4-man version and the stars crash. So we have the new 4-man version of Vael that's going to bring out a new weapon as well as some pretty interesting drops, apparently. So our 13-star rarity Cres weapon. Apparently this potential is not great with a couple of things. We're going to cover that, of course, in its own video, talking about Cres weapon and how strong it actually is, so on and so forth. So super cool, super neat. We also have the next mission pass. So we have mission pass NGS season 45 with the writing drone is always really funny to see, but a bunch of different things here. So pretty dope. And the AC Scratch Quaint Ensemble, one that I actually have been looking forward to, seeing as it's going to have the Shinobi EX as well as Idle Thinking. So pretty cool stuff. Sword Catch is also pretty cool, but yeah, pretty dope. This isn't that bad of a look. I mean, it's okay. It's not exactly my favorite look, but it isn't that bad. I think more importantly, we have cast parts, and that's always a W. Casts don't get enough love these days. They do some pretty crazy stuff. That's pretty much it for the updated information. But over the anniversary page, we do have, let's see here really quick. I'm actually just I'll leave this, of course, link to the video description. You guys can read through it yourselves. But I'm gonna thumb through here really quick and make sure there's nothing that we absolutely need to know about specifically. Okay, just a little thank you letter talking about some of the stuff they've done so far, things that people are looking forward to. The next portion of the story, so on and so forth. I mean, already talking about 5th year anniversary, which I'm like, let's get to the 4th year anniversary first, and I don't know, maybe stop focusing so much on the styles of anniversaries. It's kind of making them seem not as important, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I know, companies plan super far in advance, so teaches their own. But moving past that, we have Quaint Ensemble. So I guess the important note to take out of here is that we're getting the second half of the roadmap in July, so we'll be looking forward to seeing what they have planned. Apparently some new big boss is supposed to be showing up, so we'll have to see what that's all about. First, Quaint Ensemble, we can see the concept art. The concept art always looks really good. Concept art always looks like way better than the outfits, in my opinion, so it's kind of funny to see it. But we can see the different versions of the outfits that we have access to, so it's all right. Nothing too crazy. Sword Catch, of course. Shinobi 2 Idle, movement, dash, glide, jump, all that good stuff. Red Eyes is pretty dope. And of course the cast hair. They've added in some new tattoos, look pretty dope. We'll have to pick that up actually. Nothing too crazy, nothing too over the top. And then of course Sonic Super Festa. So Sonic's birthday is on the horizon. It's gonna be, I think, in like a week or two actually. June 23rd. Okay, yeah. If only I read. It just takes a little bit of reading and then suddenly we have our answer. But yep, June 23rd we have Sonic's birthday. And then we've got, some drop rate boosts that are going on. PSO2 day is going to be right smack dab in the middle of it, which is dope. And a keyword for Sonic special scratch tickets. So super dope there. But that's pretty much it for everything on the website. Give me just a moment while I go ahead and pull up in game and we can take a look at what we have in store there. All right, here we go through the familiar loading tunnel that we have all seen multiple times. Now, I'm looking forward to doing that new format. That's going to actually be pretty fun, but I don't have like a specific guaranteed group to go through it with. Just, my usual alliance. So I'm sure we'll have a good time, losing to that fight because I will likely get skill issued all over the place. But that's okay. We'll get through it as time continues. So we have our free scratch. As is per usual, we can take a look at the scratch itself. I'm still kind of sad about the, the Sonic style heroin scratch, man. Could have been so good. Looking at this here, it does look like, let's see, what do we have our toggles? So toggle 1 is the chains, it looks like. I don't like the change, so. Toggle 2 is the shoes. That is a W in my opinion. You do that more often. If only they had done that with a certain specific outfit from the Sonic scratch, we'd be in a good position right now. But yeah, the shoes seem to be the toggle for toggle 2. Even being a set wear, honestly, not that big of a deal. I'm totally fine with that. And given the way that it looks, it actually looks pretty good. And they decided to make the toggles correct, so at least in my opinion. Let's see, sword catch. Of course, one side's going to be using the sword, the other side is going to be catching the sword, so that's what it is. But we have thinking 2. Yeah, pretty much exactly as I... Oh, this is just Luther's pose from base PSO2. That's kind of funny. And Shinobi seems a little aggressive on the choice. And then we have move and dash. What's kind of funny is like the dash is that jump forward during the move is kind of sick, honestly. The glide I'm less of a fan of, actually. And of course the jump. Okay, so, and then of course we can look at the scratch count bonus. Should have the dash, which is 35. And the idle. What's the idle look like? Oh, the idle has the effects. That is kind of gas though. And then of course the dash. Yeah, the dash has the effects on it too. Yeah, we might do a little bit into the pulls here and pick this up. This is one I'm actually looking forward to, so we'll see how that goes. But I do like this dash quite a bit actually. And the idle quite a bit too. I was gonna be concerned if they chose to go with the glide. I wasn't a big fan of the glide, but like I may just continue to use the shadow glide with that one just because I think the shadow glide has better motions and things like that. So either way, nothing too crazy there. We can take a look at the new 4-man that should be up and running. So let's go ahead and head over there really quick. All right, let's take a look at the stars crashed. We've got the new 13-star weapon. Look, the actual wear around it is actually different too. That's pretty cool looking. We can see all of the different versions of the swords and all the weapons. What do the soaring blades look like? Soaring blades look pretty ugly actually. I mean, I probably would use them and show them off if I got them, but just because it's a new weapon, you can't not, right? Arcoselio. It also has its own Almaty available on there too. Joindia drop, but all of the Dominas drop from here. So Dominas and Joindia drop from here. So this is going to be really good to farm basically. If you can farm it, it's going to be, that's the question is, can you farm it? So we'll have to see how that works out. Crazy, I know. But other than that, I'm going to take one extra look around, make sure there's nothing else that we missed, and we'll go ahead and wrap up today's video. Oh, as is usually the case, we have the mission pass. Want to make sure we go ahead and cover that really quick here. Nothing of importance has really changed here. I guess the type 2 outfit actually is pretty good this time around. I do like this outfit quite a bit, though we have another mission patch that has passed, and unfortunately, as is usually the case, at tier 24, we have our personal shop use. This definitely needs to change. The fact that this is still the way that it is really sad for free-to-play players. The game has actually done some pretty good strides towards free-to-play to be really good. I don't know why we still have these problems that exist in the current year, but they are what they are. This jacket's pretty cool for type 2. I actually like this quite a bit. So it's cool that this is free and available, but I mean, if you don't have a tiny stick body, unfortunately, your jackets or outerwears don't look the best on you most of the time. For type 1, we didn't get too good of an outfit. It's just kind of this suit looking thing. It's not bad, I guess, but it is there. And then of course, the usual stuff that you get in the mission pass. So nothing too out of the ordinary there. I think that about covers the complete mission pass. Let me continue to do my once over. ARC's record this week is Fleeting Fight. Yeah. Enjoy that one. I recognize it didn't give any context to it itself, but in case you're not aware of what Fleeting Fight is the Bujin fight. So yeah, that's the ARC's record this time around. So hopefully you have your unwixed weapons ready. You will be fighting Bujin. Yep, and that'll about do it. Now, if there's anything I missed, feel free to let me know in the comments below. As I mentioned earlier, I will be covering the Cres weapons in a later video. And I need to go ahead and take care of leveling myself to 105 if I want to do this new fight. Have I been busy? Yes. Am I drowning under all the games I try to cover? Yes. By the way, like if you enjoyed the video, sub if you want to keep up with more. As always, thank you to the channel members. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, my friends. Peace out.